This right here is the mixer. This is some liquid clean. Here we got our bucket. That little dually right there, that's where all the wet cement comes out, and it pours right into that little bucket right there. And that bucket goes all the way up and dumps up in there, and it pours out a little bit at a time right there. Then this is a press. You put different dies in it, and it basically makes any brick you can imagine. And it runs all the way down here. And this thing takes them all in a little circle. And puts them down here, and they all go down in here. And this little doohickey right here basically pushes all the brick in there. We make about 5,000 different types of bricks. You wouldn't even think some of them exist. They basically sit in there for about 24 hours. That noise is that big old fan right there. It's called the real air mover. I call it Daisy. Now I'll bring you all over here. This right here called the pit. You see all them piles back there in the back? We gotta get back here about once a month and pretty much shovel everything out from down there and pile it up, and then whenever we're running, we pour it right there, and then it runs in the conveyor belt all the way up there back to the cement mixer. This is our heater for when it gets cold. And whenever they're done drying, that little doohickey right there pushes it forward. And they come out and they run around this conveyor belt right here, and they all come out right here. Right now we're making what's called barrier walls. This is what you see on like the side of the highways and stuff like that to block all the dirt or whatever. And they run down here. Just these right here only get split. This right here splits them right in the middle. And you take them and you turn them. They run all the way down this conveyor belt. And this is what I do all day. I stand here and I run all these things down. I split them. Take them down here, run them down here, and this little doohickey right here pushes them forward. Now, these right here only go 6 to each row, so you got that first row, then 3 more, and then 3 more, and then this thing, and that thing right there pushes them forward onto that plate that you see way over there, and then they pretty much stack them, and this one gets stacks of 4, and then they go out, and the forklift driver comes and picks them up. This right here usually ain't right there, it's usually about right there. I was taking it out to clean out underneath it. And now this right here is to push that thing right there forward. This right here is to also push it forward and back, but I would have to switch it over to manual. This right here, if I push it, it pushes that thing right there, pushes those things forward regardless of what's happening. This right here is called the meter belt. If I switch it to auto, I can go forward or reverse, and that thing messes with that thing right there. Then we got the gates, we can turn them down or up. And that messes with that little thing right there. Basically, whenever that plate pushes the bricks forward, I can close that, and then it makes it to where when that thing backs back up, it basically stacks them just right. This right here is the clamps in or out. That's these right here. See them little rubber things right there? There's 2 on each side, so as soon as this metal plate goes forward with all the bricks, they clamp together like that, and it basically kind of makes it to where they're all lined up properly, and then this thing shuts and it backs up, basically stacks them all. First tier transfer basically resets it. So if I ended up messing up or a pallet messes up, I can basically put another pallet down. That little pallet right there, I can put that pallet, another one down right there, hit first tier transfer, and it basically pushes all that forward just in case anything messes up. Pull plate, reverse or forward, that's for that big old plate right up there like I was talking about earlier. I basically make it to where I can go forward or backwards. Sometimes if that pallet right there goes too far forward, I could take that plate, push it forward above it, push it down, and then bring it in reverse and kind of move that thing right there a little bit back more. This is the elevator up or down. That's this dilly bobber right here. It basically goes up and down for me. Yeah, that's pretty much all I do all day long. Sit there, run brick, put it on this thing, and I run that machine, run that little thing right there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This thing right here is called a come along. It makes things come along. That's a forklift, big old sun gun. That's another forklift. This little bitty baby right here is what I've been using. So let me get in here and show you what I do. There you go. So right now I'm taking all these brick and I'm stacking them way over here under in the bag. I gotta move all this stuff right here just to get to it all. Once I get to it all, I can actually get to it all, I'll be able to pull them all the way back there in the back like I was trying to do in the first place. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. This thing right here, the middle lever, most forklifts are pretty much the same. This middle lever, basically what it does is see how this thing's going forward and going backwards. Basically makes it where you can bring it backwards like that and be able to lift something up a little bit easier. Set this little baby right here. Well, see, now we gotta get out. Basically push this little sun gun forward. Push forward just like that. Use all my body weight for it. Use this lever right here, which basically raises those forks right there. You put it up to go down, down to go up. And this right here basically pushes your forks forward or backwards. And this one right here makes it to where you lean it to the right or to the left. And that's your one. This right here is what you use to go forward or backwards. It ain't too hard, man. This is actually a really good job when it comes down to it. Today's kind of an easy day because all I'm doing is using the forklift and did a little bit of shoveling earlier, but pretty easy overall right this second. Tomorrow's gonna be a different story. These little doohickeys right here. See, you really mess with that little lever right here going forward and backwards. I didn't mean to hit that thing, but yeah, you pretty much mess with that thing all day long. That's right there's your emergency brake. Kind of hard, not really hard to do it one-handed while I'm holding my phone, but usually I use both my hands to kind of flip this thing up and down and go backwards, but right now I'm using one hand, so it probably looks a little bit weird. Just don't mind my Vienna sausage fingers. Don't mind them at all. Put the emergency brake on, that way don't go nowhere. Ugh. When you mess up, that's the rule of everything. When you mess up, you gotta make sure you don't just leave things laying around. So yeah, you see, we got all sorts of brick around here. This is just a lot of the cement we use. This is like coloring and stuff like that. I'll actually take a tour of the brick things here in a minute. I mean, look at that. Like, that's something I guarantee you nobody's ever seen before. We make things like that. All that other sweet jazz. Now I'm doing right now. Well, after I get these things, I've still got two more right there I gotta move because we still got that thing. Yep, so now all this place is opened up except for that thing right there. Better move that real quick too. I'm gonna let somebody else get down because that one's gonna fall and I don't want to pick nothing up. Basically, when I pick one up, I ain't doing it right now because I'm about to go on break. Pretty much bring it all the way over here. Today I'm just stacking. Today I'm just stacking everything right over here. This is what I've done all so far. Ain't too bad of a job, man. Anyways, I'll keep you guys posted. Thank y'all for watching. Stay frosty, my friends.